and welcome to this Christmas postbox. Inside this little pocket at the front here, we've got little sheets of notepaper. I've got 12 here. You've got room for 24. So if you wanted to use this for posting a different wish, for instance, every day of Advent, you can do. And each of these little pieces of paper has got a different image on it. So they're really, really sweet. You can write your wishes, etc. on these little sheets of paper and then either fold them up or pop them unfolded into the postbox. And what's super clever about this little postbox, which is very, very pretty, is that it's foldable. You can, let's take these out, you can undo the bottom here, you can undo the top here, you can even undo the bottom of this little pocket so that that folds flat, this whole thing folds flat, and then this whole thing is mailable. So if you want to get some of those made up as gifts, they make really unique and unusual Christmas cards. They're ever so quick and easy to put together. Come with me and let's see how I do that. Here are my bits and bobs cut out for the Polar Express postbox. You've got a pocket here with gussets that I've already creased and folded to make this kind of shape here. And you've got this main shape. You don't need to reverse print it. It's on 250 gram, and this sheet I've printed on 120 gram, 100 would be fine, and I've reverse printed that with the backing sheet. So let's go ahead and score this postbox and put it together. So we're going to go across this curved section here where the two curves meet. And then we've got another score there. We've got one down here. And we've got one that runs all the way down there. And this is our base. And then we're going to come all the way back up this other side. And then we've got where this angle here starts to meet the curve, you're going to come down in between these two panels here in the middle. Try and get that nice and straight. And I think I'm done. I think, no, I haven't done this one across here. Now this one across here, you don't want to go all the way across. So try not to mark what will become the two side panels and just do this front bit. If you do go across, it doesn't really matter. You're just going to have a bit of a mark on there. Now, if you've cut with a Cricut, which I have, oh, you've got another one here, by the way, then you've got a little bit of hand snipping to do as well. And I'll grab my scissors. And that is these two little pieces down here won't cut with the Cricut because they butt up to the side. There we go. And now we can fold it up. Everything is going to crease and fold up onto the plain side. So just go ahead and reinforce all of those using a bone folder if you want to. There we go. And when you've got all those creased to the inside, you're going to take this end flap here, apply some glue to that. Bring down these two sections to meet this one. I tell you what, before we do that, let's be sensible and stick this little section down. There we go. The washing machine's going mad in the background. And then bring these two sections, fold them down over this flap here, and now you've got a box that folds flat like that. I want a fold flat box, so that's how I'm giving the instructions. If you want your box to be rigid, we'll have a look at that in a minute. So I'm just going to glue my two side flaps here, leaving my bottom one unglued. And then I'm going to form a box shape, getting some glue on my fingers in the process, and I'm just going to eyeball this and pop it centrally with a tiny little bit of a margin at the top and a tiny little bit of a margin at the bottom, which is difficult to see because of this back flap here, but it is doable. And then you can go in there with a tool and just tease your box sides out so they're sitting at 90 degrees and everything's looking nice and square and central. Oops. There we go. I think that's about it. I'm not quite straight. Let's straighten that up a bit. The joy of glue, you see, you don't get this kind of flexibility with the tape runner. And when you've done that, squish it down one way and squish it down the other. It needs to be comfortable squishing in both directions, and when you do that as well, you can see more clearly that you've got it straight and you can make any minor adjustments you want to make. So that is your box absolutely complete. Now if you want to make a rigid box, you can bring it up into a box shape. You can glue all of these tabs and you can tuck them in. Get in there, tab, and you can tuck them in. Get your tool in there so you can press the tabs against the inside of the box and you're good to go. If you want a collapsible box, which I do, then you're not going to glue. And again, oh look, I haven't creased that one, have I? There we go. Again, if you want a rigid box, just glue all of your tabs. You'll get a bit sticky in the process and glue them all in place. For a flat box, just tuck them in and then you can open the whole thing out and squish it flat, including this front piece. And it's the same principle with this front piece as well. To make this a rigid box, you just glue in all your flaps in place. To make it a collapsible box, you're leaving this one unglued. And we've got a choice of two little signs to put on the front. I'm a fan of that one. I'll get that inked. And I'll also go and ink all my edges as well. And I'm just going to pop some glue on the front. If you want to make a pocket out of that, which I could have done, but now I've stuck glue all over the front of it, you could have a little tag in there and make this into a pocket. Which would have been lovely, Emma. Would have been lovely. So there we go. That's my little sign on the front. Here are all my little pieces of paper going in there. I've got, how many have I got on this one sheet? I think it's 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's going to be 12, I think. Yes, it is definitely 12. If you want to print out 2 pages, then you've got 24. There's room for them in there. And you've got one for every day of Advent if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to do a Christmas wish for every day of Advent, then you can do. So a bit of ink over here. And I think what I might also do with mine is put an eyelet up at the top there so that it's hangable. So there you have it, your little Christmas postbox with little bits of paper that you can either fold, but they do fit in as well, and you can post them into your postbox like that. Is that cute? Have fun with it, loves, and I'll see you next time.